you?
Salmon? I don't know how to cook. I never cooked fish before.
So today will be your first time cooking fish.
Why you throw meat on my table?
I'm giving you a piece of salmon.
I'll give you a piece of...
If you ask me about if I know anything about cooking a piece of salmon, I've cooked it before.
Why you trying to give me salmon? Let's go. Cook.
Maybe I cannot. I have never prepared fish before. Nah. Sashimi. Thank you for watching this episode of How You Cook It. So, I plan to make grilled salmon with crispy skin, and on the side will be Mentaiko sauce. So I have mayonnaise, black peppercorn, salmon, Mentaiko, salted butter, salt and lemon. First I need to pick the bones out of the salmon. Okay, the thing is I enjoy picking things out. So like all these bone stuff, right? I like to pick out. Ayo, a lot of bones eh. Let me cut a bit more first. Nice, I avoided all the bones. I need to wash peppercorn. I think don't need. Now I need to squeeze the lemon juice. Gonna season. Nice.
Queen.
I feel like I heard somewhere before that you're supposed to massage your seasoning into the fish and the meat lah. I don't know if this is actually important. Now I'm gonna pour some lemon juice and rub it in. Oh no! Maybe your salmon might be very sour, Maverick, just saying. But it's okay. I hope you like sour stuff like me. Rather it be sour than fishy so... Oh, am I supposed to bake my salmon Bake then pan fry The most important part of salmon is the skin, if you're gonna cook it.
5 minutes later.
Alrighty, I'm going to bake my salmon for a bit and then I pan fry it. So I'm gonna preheat the oven first. Okay. Okay, while waiting, let's prepare the Mentaiko sauce. So right, the reason I'm gonna make a Mentaiko sauce is not just because I enjoy eating the salmon Mentaiko from Genki, but it's also because if anything goes wrong, just cover up with the sauce. Okay, then I just cut a bit. Oh, am I supposed to squeeze it out of the sack? Maybe Almost. Huh? No
Nope.
No Mentaiko in. Ooh, I love mayo. Some lemon juice. Okay, 1 teaspoon. Mix. Oh, my salmon is baked. I'm gonna start to pan fry it. So let me put it here first. Wow. Wow, you see, it's crunchy. No, is it making the skin not crispy anymore? Oh no! Then how? Then I put back oven and bake again. I thought by pan frying my salmon, it will make the skin crispy. But in the end, it made the crispy skin soggy. So I'm putting it back in the oven, hoping that it will become crispy again. Woohoo! Wow, smells great. Shh. And they like to add the dot, right? And I'm done!
So today in front of me, as you all know, I will be preparing salmon. How I have prepared it before is that usually I just pan fry the salmon with very minimal seasoning and stuff like that. I think the specialty, or so-called the USP of my salmon, is that I like the skin to be very crispy. Quite ambitious, but I think I followed Gordon Ramsay's recipe. So I think there was this term he used that he drizzled the salmon with vinaigrette. So I'll probably do that also because it's quite simple. Okay, so these are my ingredients. Very simple. Olive oil, salt, pepper, lemon, and of course, salmon without the nella. Massage, you know that it's in good hands. I feel like this salmon has a lot of bones. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to score the top part. No, I'm just kidding. Not too deep inside. I'm going to open up the salmon and then I'm just going to individually pour some salt and pepper into the gaps. Okay. I think I'm moving quite slowly. I think I'm going to be faster, Gordon Ramsay is all about this chop, you know? It'll be chop, or you'll be chopped. I think one key thing that I remembered from his video is that you shouldn't touch your salmon or fish. Just gonna drizzle this over. And so you know you gotta be one with your food. So the more contact I made with my food, the more it feels me, the more we vibe. Okay, no, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god. I can't.
So yeah. So the thing about cooking salmon is you don't want it to be too overdone. So apparently the trick is to take a look at the sides, and once the color of the salmon starts to go up, as you can see from here, if it starts to go up maybe up to halfway or slightly above, and that's an indication for you to flip the salmon over. Not bad, I quite like how the top part is turning out. It's quite crusty. While I lift it away from the heat, I'm just gonna overturn it so like the top part will become crispier still. Okay, I'm just gonna make the vinaigrette, olive oil. I'm gonna squeeze in lemon, a bit of salt. Just pour a bit of it in. If I remember correctly, this was what he did.
I just made out of olive oil, water, lemon juice, salt and pepper.
Yeah. Looks quite oily. Let's see if it is as crispy as I would have liked it to be. Oh no. Okay lah, I think it can be crispier. This one is not too bad, but this one can be better. It's a little drizzle. Ta-da!
Who you rate for the highest points now? Okay. There are two ways that I usually do salmon. The first way is that I will do a miso panko crust right on the top. Second way is to do it with a very simple lemon sauce, and there will be shallots inside, sesame oil, black sesame seeds, honey, salt and pepper. Since everybody used lemon, I'm gonna use lemon also, just to like even the playing field. Because Mary says that this is a competition, so we're gonna use the same ingredients. We are gonna pan fry it in olive oil, very classic, very easy. Season it with salt and pepper. And for the sauce, oh yeah, lemon. Forget about my lemon. Honey, sesame oil, black sesame, a bit of wine, and shallots. And also dill leaves are just for garnishing. We're gonna remove the pin bones first from the salmon. So if you see the pin bones, usually I'll use a tweezer, but not today. So you can just pull it out like that, it's very easy. Main point is that we want to dry our salmon and don't let it splatter in the oil later on. I don't want to over season later, Maverick say not nice. You can just put as much pepper as you want. So the thing about scoring it, right? You want to push the skin. By doing this, you are essentially leaving out more areas for the salmon to be seasoned, and also where the skin fries, it gets a lot crispier. Season the skin also. I'm just gonna make the sauce now. It's essentially gonna be a lemon-based sauce. Okay, so what we have here, right, is the base of the sauce. And I'm just gonna squeeze this all over into the bowl here. Gonna dice this up into very small cubes. And you can use as much as you want or as little as you want. I'm gonna chop up some shallots now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This would be the main body of the dressing. Season it, salt. And since we have a bit of white wine, ooh, sparkling. Mix it well, get that sweetness in, get that sourness in, sour. Cold oil, cold pan, and let it go crazy hot to get it perfect sear. Salmon in. Okay, I'm not gonna touch it. Just gonna put it here. The belly's probably gonna be cooked soon. I'm just gonna gently lift it up, add a slice of lemon underneath so that it doesn't get overcooked. Butter in, get it off the heat because it looks like it's browning, and then continuously baste the salmon. I'm gonna turn the heat off, let it continue steaming. Sauce in, the butter and the oil back onto the salmon, dill. And this is my salmon.
Okay, so this one is not like ice cream, so it's legit food. So I have a plan, and I'm going to pay homage to Sufon. Sufon! I say that I only eat raw salmon. Actually, it's a lie. I love eating half-cooked salmon also. You know, like the Genki, the Aburi salmon Mentaiko. Yeah, I like that. Here are the ingredients that I'm using. Firstly, obviously the salmon, salt, pepper, oil, and for the sauce, I'm gonna use Mentaiko, Kewpie mayo and some tobiko. See, there's this beautiful skin. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize the gradient of the skin so pretty eh. And I realized there are bones in the center eh. How to take out, sia? Never take out before. So 麻烦. Had the fish dry. Oh, Siphon scored the fish. You know why? The fish is just gonna shrivel up. If you score right, at least there's some like room to expand. Oh, they also score ah, wow.
Hafiz or
Even Hafiz ah. Hafiz. How do you feel about that? Salt. Just gonna heat up the pan. Oh, and then must press it down. If not, the skin will shrivel up. Ah! Eh, 超大家好 ouch! Hello! So I'm gonna put the salmon aside and now work on the Mentaiko sauce. Just make a cut in the center. Scrape the roll out. Then just mix it up. I lazy take spoons, so I'll just knock it like that. Call me Zeze. Oh yo, that's not I buy one. The catch of today is fresh Norwegian salmon.
I'm gonna try it without the sauce first. Honestly, I think it's not bad. It's just that there's a bit of a fishy smell that kicks in after. Let me try it with my sauce. Oh, the sauce is damn good. Okay, the sauce will really get rid of the fishy aftertaste. Considering it's my first time cooking fish, cooking salmon, I really think it's not bad. Now this is something that I feel I can easily make at home for myself.
Actually, I'm just surprised that she managed to cook the fish.
You just put under heat ma.
Okay, let me see if it's overcooked. Because that's very important for first time. Surprisingly not overcooked. It's not dry. It's seasoned very well. Because I see Siri, right, she keep putting salt. And she put layers of seasoning like in her sauce and in her salmon, which is a very good thing that people should start doing. Instead of just seasoning after or just seasoning before. Try the sauce with.
Oh yes, that's my proudest one.
Nice.
Nice oh?
I mean TBH, you can't go wrong with crispy and Mentaiko. And you can afford to add more Mentaiko inside. Good job.
Thank you. Ah! My biggest takeaway today is do not do extra things. If it looks okay already, you just stop. I really thought the butter will make the skin even more crispier. I am totally wrong. Should have just stopped there.
Have you tried salmon medium rare before? One thing for sure, I didn't overcook it. So that's great, you know. But skin-wise, yeah, I think that's the biggest disappointment. I think I could have made it crispier. Maybe I put a bit too much olive oil at the start when I was drizzling it. Tastes a bit creamy, seasoned quite well, in my opinion. Yeah, it wasn't too bland.
It's cool.
Yes.
Nice. But then you have to take out the pin bones.
Oh, must take out the bone one.
Let's try the skin.
I go for it.
Because that's your USP, right?
Yeah, man.
Crispy skin.
Supposedly, yes.
Actually, I think like your skin was crispier just now. When you let your salmon rest on the pan, right, upside down, your oil wasn't hot already. So what I was doing, it was soaking up the oil. So it went from crispy to not so crispy.
Okay. I think firstly because salmon is quite an intimidating dish lah, like especially for beginner cooks like me, right? Even so, I went to go on and search like some simple salmon recipes and just nice I chanced upon the Gordon Ramsay one. So even though it was like by Gordon Ramsay, right, but based on the steps and the ingredients, I thought that it could be quite simple. So I tried it out anyway, and thankfully it turned out quite good lah.
It tastes like how I expected it to taste like. So when you do sesame-based sauces, or if you use sesame oil too much, right, the taste of the sesame oil is very, very strong. It's very subtle in this. It's actually a very well-balanced dish. You get the fat from the butter, the oil, from the fish itself, and also you get the lightness and the freshness from the dill, the shallots, and the lemon. So overall, I'm quite pleased with myself and how this turned out.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, this is more like steak than salmon. Because you basted it with butter.
Oh.
I think the salmon's a bit overcooked.
Yeah.
It's not to the point where it's dry. I think the sauce complements the fish quite well because it has a very citrusy flavor. The sesame is there but it's not there. It's very subtle. But one thing like I would change, I don't know if it's for you, but I would add the lemon zest instead of the whole diced lemon. Because you already have the crunch from the shallots, right? Because you add the pith of the lemon, so it's a bit bitter.
Did I win?
It's not a competition!
Okay, so all in all, right, cooking salmon is quite simple. It's like one of the simplest fish to cook. Actually, cooking fish is very simple. You might think that fish is very easy to get overcooked, or like the pan will be like very hot and then you cannot mess with the fish. It's actually very easy if you take your time to like learn and to understand how fish works, right, in heat and with sauces. And I think it's a very interesting combination that you can try.
The skin could have been a little bit more crispy. I think I was scared because I saw it super brown. The meat is not bad. I think it's well seasoned. The sauce is great. I think it adds a really salty kick to it. I mean, if you don't like salty food, you might not like this. But I like strong flavors in my savoury food.
No, I'm gonna try the fish myself.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Actually not bad.
Yay.
If you want crispy skin, right, you can do two things. One is you preheat your pan until it's smoking hot. And before you put your fish in and lower the heat. So the skin will soak up all of the heat without burning it. Another thing you can try is you start on a cold pan in cold oil. So it will take longer, but it's easier to get a crispy skin.
I think it's quite cool that this frying method is practically doable for, I feel like almost any kind of fish with a skin on, right? But yeah, I mean, it's my first time cooking salmon, honestly. I think good job. Okay, don't hear what Maverick say, even though he keeps saying not bad. You are great. You're not bad, you're great. Yeah.
Hey you! Thank you for watching this episode of How You Cook It. If you like this video, you can catch our other videos over there. And do comment down below, eyes here. Do comment down below to recommend other things that we should cook.